Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video, and thanks for watching. Thank you to my day ones, twos, and threes. Thank you so much for your support, donations, everything. Just watching my videos, y'all, and putting thumbs up. I appreciate you. Okay, appreciate you in my comment sections. I appreciate you even in somebody else's on their page and mentioning me. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. I missed y'all too. I have been busy, y'all. I'm trying to right now what I am doing is redecorating one of the rooms in the house, okay? So that I can make it into, an office, so I can have an enclosed office. And you won't be seeing all of my background. Okay, so I'm trying to make it a little bit more professional and everything. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm working on my room, okay? And, trying to make it special, okay? And it's been a lot going on YouTube, okay? So I'm going to try to hit on a little bit here and there and there, okay? First off, I want to talk about this beef that's going on, okay? We got a serious beef going on, and it's long overdue, okay? This beef right here, excuse me, is well overdue, okay? This person that he, Most Hated Blogger, I'm gonna say his name, okay? Most Hated Blogger is going to war. And I'm for it, because it's two particular bloggers that's on YouTube, and they troll other people all the time. It's actually three, but it's one in particular that's ridiculous. And like I told y'all before, he has his face. He has his face, but he wants to put everybody else's information out here. And I don't know why. Even if you're not even into it with him, like, you don't even have to have no beef with him, and he come for you. He straight comes for you for no earthly reason. Try to throw your address out and all kind of stuff. And the things that he's doing is dangerous. It's very dangerous. He's putting out some serious personal information, and people have kids. People have kids. Even if their kids don't live with them, their kids come and visit them. Anything can happen. And he plays on YouTube like a little kid. You can literally have someone's child hurt, or their parents, or whoever that's around them in their homes or whatever. Even people coming to visit them. And this is the games that he likes to play. And then at the same time, he likes to hide his face. He wants to hide everything about himself, but he wants to throw you under the bus. And the crazy part, he comes at you. I would have never known this man. Well, this child. Okay. I would have never known him if it wasn't for he took some of my videos and started posting it into his videos. And he did that for a while. And he act like he meant well. So he tried to befriend me. Okay. Like I told y'all before. And after I started seeing the pettiness and how childish he was, and how he wanted to pretend like he having beef, like these rappers pretend like they having beef so they can sell records. This is what he wants to do. He wants to sell. He wants to, sell views. And this is how he get views, by having beef with other people, or throwing people's, under the bus, trying to throw their information out, all kind of stuff like this. And this is what he does. Okay, now I know y'all want to say it's somewhat similar to what we do, but no. I wouldn't have the post of people if they didn't post it up. I would not have people teasing and disrespecting Mo3 and all of this other stuff. Okay, they told on their own self. So if we post it out there, it's public media, unless they have it hid or something like that, and you get it. Difference. But when they're posting on public media and teasing and doing the stuff they doing, send me your mother cash app and all of this stuff, That's a difference than what he's doing. Okay? He's doing this to people that have not done anything. Not to him. Haven't done nothing to him. And this is what he's doing. If you're telling a story about something that's happened and you're keeping up with something on social media about something that's, major, like Mo3 case, you have a right to do that. You have a right to use whatever you find on social media because it's public. Okay? But when you go digging and find people's information and you putting it out there for, malice intent, for something to happen to someone, or for somebody that they've been reporting on to do something to them or this or that, because this is what he's doing it for, then that's the problem. And the thing that gets me, he hides his face, he do all this stuff, and now I'm finding out he's done this to several people. And now that he's done this, he done ran across somebody now that they ain't playing with him. And he's on a mission. And I'm on that mission with you, baby. Okay? I'm on there with you. Okay? So if anybody don't know who we talking about, go to Most Hated Bloggers page and you will see he's going to post somebody's picture up. And he don't know who that person is that he posted up, but he posted it up because he want to find out who it is. So please, if you all watches my page, go to the page and I'll put it in the description box. That's what I do. Go to his page, look at this picture, and if you all know who it is, please contact him and let him know who it is. And if you don't want to contact him, you can contact me and let me know who it is. Okay? And I'll pass it on to him. I will pass it on to who it needs to be passed on to. Okay? Okay? Because like I said, it's well overdue. And you can only take so much. I know people was like, oh, he just a child and he this and he that. Well, that child can get somebody hurt. That's why I did not understand why a woman who lost her kids will support somebody like him when he's trying to do something to harm other people. And he does not care if it's mama, grandma, kids, whatever. He is passing people's information out on the YouTube like it ain't nothing. And it's crazy. It's crazy. So I got your back. I got your back because I got my ears open for it too. I think it's only fair that we know his information just like he knows everybody else's. Okay? I think it's only fair that, people find out who exactly he is. Okay? And he failed to understand that, when authorities get involved, they don't have to go get no private investigator. Authorities is going to go straight to YouTube and they're going to talk to YouTube people and they're going to pull your information because they're not going to keep putting up with the crap that you're doing, especially when you got a whole bunch of people complaining on you. And right now, from what I'm seeing and hearing is he do this all the time. Okay? So I just say no mercy. No mercy. You cannot keep feeling sorry for people when they're doing things. You have to nip it in the bud. And the only way to nip it in the bud is you got to go hard and you got to find out their information just like they found out yours. Okay? So, let the games begin. And, I'm all in with y'all. Okay? I'm in too. So just let me know what you want me to do outside of, whatever it is. I'm in. Because it's time. It's time to put him in his place. And it's time for him to grow up and stop acting like a little kid before he gets somebody hurt. And then he go back to jail where he came from, because y'all know he just got out of prison. So, some people that go to prison, a lot of them, they keep going right back. They get out, they go back. They get out, they go back. And some people be missing home. So maybe that's him right now. Maybe he's missing being around all them men in there, that he got to get on here on social media and put other people's lives in danger and stuff like that. Okay? So, maybe he wants to go back to jail. Okay? I don't know. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about. I want to talk about another beef that's a brewing, that people is saying is a brewing. They're saying that, Sexual Chocolate and background dance, they having words or whatever. Now, the first question I want to ask y'all is, do y'all even think that this is a real beef? I'm just saying, because people been posting up videos talking about, a lot of people been saying, Sexual Chocolate don't have anything to do with this, y'all. He don't have nothing to do with this. If he was real friends with somebody, he real friends with them. But if you look at the history, after you look at the history of the relationship, that somebody had to be whisked off somewhere because they were scared for their life, you have to think about that. If you think about some of the artists that came up, taken out, that signed with people, with him, you got to think about all of this, okay? You have to think about the fact, okay? And I cannot stress this enough. You have to think about the fact that it was on this man's mind. Are we going to collaborate again? Are we going to do some more music together? That was something that was on his mind when it came to Mo3. And due to the fact that Mo3 was about to sign with Yo Gotti, and Yo Gotti don't have anything to do with Sexual Chocolate anymore, that screams volumes. It screams it. Because that means once he signed with Yo Gotti, he's off limits. He's not going to work with me anymore. Now, ask yourself this question. Do he make more money with Mo3 alive or demised? Ask yourself this question. And I'm talking about Sexual Chocolate. If he had a went with Yo Gotti, the only music that he was going to make money off of with Mo3 was the old music. Everybody Ain't Your Friend, those songs. Not nothing new. Now ask yourself this question. With Mo3 out the way, is he making money off of him now? He's on more songs with Mo3. They taking the verses that Mo3 stuff that he had already put together, passed it on. Word on the street, okay? Word on the street was Sexual Chocolate was selling verses too. Selling some of Mo3 verses. Now, what I'm kind of puzzled about, I'm wondering if Mo3 would have signed with Yo Gotti, what would have happened to HSM? Was HSM a partner thing with Rainman? Was they partners on this record label, or was this Mo3's record label? That's something that, it's important to know, because the fact that Sexual Chocolate does, shows with people that's on HSM. So you got to ask yourself a question. Would that have stopped too? Would he, if Mo3 would have still been around and he would have signed with Yo Gotti, would Sexual Chocolate have been doing shows with anybody with HSM? Okay, so that's another thing. Because if they stopped him, if they would have stopped him, Jay-Z and them would have stopped him. And Yo being affiliated with them would have stopped him from doing music with him. Then it most likely would have stopped, his record label from doing music with him as well. Not that they gonna miss out on anything, okay? Because Mo3 was the best thing that they had on there that I can see. And now the little talent that is left on HSM, nobody cares. That I know. Nobody cares anymore because of how everything went down, the way people been moving since it went down. Nobody cares. Okay? So you gotta ask yourself that question. And when you ask yourself that question, he stood to make more money off of Mo3 being taken out. Sexual Chocolate. Just saying. Now, another person that's named, several videos has one up on, the Prince of Darkness. Prince of Darkness, people have been talking about him lately. They're talking about, a video he made saying that the police, they tried to put stuff on him and say that he had it. They said they had phone calls of him trying to sell street pharmacy stuff, and like I said, a lot of people have been saying they see him more now than they ever have before. He wasn't in the spotlight like he is now. People are saying now the feds are on him right now. They are literally on him. He's under investigation. This is what word on the street is. Okay? Now, ask yourself what's really going on with the Prince of Darkness. Okay? Right around the same time that Woody Woodpecker came out and said Mo3 told him that the Prince of Darkness came by to visit him by himself. And like I told y'all hearing two different stories. But right around the time when that story came out, Prince of Darkness' nephew is taken out. Right after his nephew is taken out, his son is arrested. Right after his son is arrested, now the Alphabet Boys is all over him. They're investigating the yin to the yang on him. Ask yourself this question, okay? It's like I told y'all, a lot of stuff is coming out because of Mo3. And one thing I know for sure, okay? One thing I definitely know for sure. And I can say word on the street, but everybody know that all of this is starting to line up to be the same thing, okay? They can say what they want to, but word on the street was Nipsey Hussle was taken out because he was being extorted, okay? Extortion, okay? He was taken out. Same thing. Somebody that act like they made him, okay? Somebody that said they the reason that, Nipsey is where he is. I believe they went to jail or something. They gets out. And then they expected Nipsey to owe them, or they're expected to jump back in that manager position spot. The little bit that I've been keeping up on that. Nipsey wasn't feeling it. Nipsey was making moves, just like Mo3. Nipsey wanted to give out whatever he wanted to give out on his own terms. If he wanted to give out some money to somebody, he wanted to give out some money to him. If he wanted to help the fans, he gave out to the fans. But other people that pocket watching stuff, they wanted to have control and have some say-so on his money that he was making. And that's why Nipsey is not here. Okay? Extortion. And it's sounding like the same thing happened to Mo3. On top of jealousy, a lot of people is jealous of him. And I can just imagine it's a lot of people that want to be rappers in Dallas. So I can just imagine, instead of them learning from him, trying to get in his lane with him, they felt the need to take him out the lane, take him straight out. And that's one of the biggest problems right now. I think the biggest thing right now was money. I really do. I'm starting to, if you think about everything, only thing you can think about is the money. On top of the jealousy, on top of the beef, certain particular people that was taken out. People still had animosity. We know that. But I think it had a lot to do with that money. They wanted to figure out some kind of way to either make Mo3 owe them money, or make money off of him and continue to make money off of him. They didn't want just a little lump sum or whatever. They wanted to have paperwork on this man. And he didn't want people to have paperwork on him. But who he wanted to have paperwork on him. That was one thing. He wouldn't sign his name on the dotted line for no manager. He wouldn't sign his name on the dotted line for they companies. We know now people was paying him visits before he was taken out. And like I said, if people want to get on here and have interviews, that's what we want to know. Have an interview and talk about that. Don't plug your book. Don't try to pretend like, you ain't about that life when we all know you are. And don't, keep sending out subliminal messages, because when you send out subliminal messages on social media, them same alphabet boys that's investigating you, they listening to your messages too that you're putting out there. And I just think it's more to what's going on right now with him. I don't think it's just about people trying to set him up and all of this. I'm starting to think that just maybe some of the stuff that you have been doing to some of these young rappers that don't know no better, and you've been in the game much longer than they have. Some of your games that you most likely been playing is coming back. That karma is coming back right now. And it's coming back in the it looks like it's coming back with the, alphabet boys. investigating you. It looks like, some karma is coming your way as far as, people losing people because they saying he took people out. This is what word on the street is, y'all. He took people out too. So is that some karma coming back with the nephew being taken out? Is it karma his son going to jail? People are saying that, he's somewhat a muscle when it comes to extortion. This is what people are saying. Now we saw for ourselves how people did young boy NBA. We saw how he did him. We saw how they came and took his keys and he told him to contact him. Now he already know NBA young boy wasn't messing with him like that. So why would you go get the keys from the people that did it so he can come and talk to you when this boy clearly don't want to talk to you? That's a form of manipulation for you to even do something like that. But the thing that gets me, it makes it look like you sent the guys in the first place to get the keys and the umbrella and the little stuff they took. It make it look like you sent them. That's how a lot of people is saying. That's what they saying. He is the one that sent them in the first place to take NBA's stuff. So he can prove a point that, I'm running things. So is this a way of him getting taken off of his high horse to make, people think he on this pedestal? Is this pedestal coming down a little taste? Is they kind of bringing him back down to size? That you're not better than everybody else? Because it just seems to me that like more is to this. Okay, another thing I wanted to talk about that's I noticed recently. The cover of my video, you see that picture? The picture up there. The picture is, Rainman, the boxer, a couple more of their friends, okay? Well, this picture was posted, 5/31/2014. And he just posted it up. And I wanted to say this. Now, everybody knows that Mo3 was having beef, with background dancer. Everybody knows Mo3 was having beef with Big Bird. Everybody knows he was having beef with, allegedly, the boxer. Okay? Everybody knows Mo3's birthday. Right? 5/31. So it make you wonder why with Mo3's, ex-manager would want to post a picture of himself with who everybody, word on the street is the boxer is his kinfolks, okay? Word on the street is the boxer and Rainman is either brothers or cousins. This is what I heard, y'all. They're family members. Word on the street was the guy, Hector, who was taken out, due to his own, he did it himself. That's what they are saying in the club. When Mo3 had to, hit his way up out of there. They saying that it started because of Hector. Because he get the hitting up in the air. So then, that's when the hitting started. Because he got the hitting in the air. He was caught himself trying to break it up, but he really started the you know, started it. So, word on the street is, Rainman was best friends with this man, Hector. Everybody and their mama accused Mo3 of being the reason that Hector was taken out. And when I looked at this post of him posting a picture of him and his family member, the boxer, and the date, it just seemed like it was something very disrespectful. It seemed like a lot of stuff that he does is disrespectful. When he passed, left the funeral, went straight to an interview and talked about Mo3 like a dog, okay? Talked down on this man's name like nobody's business. He left from the interview and he goes to Mo3's, one of the ski sisters' house, the ski sister. Go talk to her. Told her a whole bunch of stuff about him as well and talked about him. So it's not far-fetched to believe her when she said he talked about Mo3, because he talked about Mo3 in the interview. So could you just imagine how he talk about Mo3 when he talking about him to these girls that he want to try to impress? He probably really get down, okay? The disrespect of going behind him to want to mess with females that he mess with. Lots of disrespect. Disrespect of every time Mo3's ops post music or whatever, right before Mo3 passed and after. He's always sending thumbs up and hitting them likes for all of Mo3 ops, people that he was into it with. Why the disrespect? Why is he so blatantly out in the open with the disrespect? And then he flips it on everybody else. Don't be talking about my partner. Don't be talking about my partner. My partner didn't even like that. My partner this, my partner that. Did your partner like the things that you were doing? Wasn't your partner about to replace you? Ask yourself this question. And ask yourself them same questions that you ask yourself about sexual chocolate. If Mo3 was still alive right now, and he was with Yo Gotti, would Rainman would have made more or less money? Would he been more important or less important as he is right now? And he really still ain't important. He important to people in Dallas because, a lot of people in Dallas, that's, they deal with him like that. But people on the outside looking in, they can't stand Rainman. They can't stand him. And I bet you any money, Rainman cannot move around out of Dallas. Excuse me, like he do in Dallas. Because people don't like him. And they don't like him for the fact that how he treated Mo3. And they don't like him for the fact that everything is lining up that he had something to do with Mo3. Don't it make you wonder why a lot of managers, they stay protected. They stay protected. They don't have any issues. They don't have no issues. They always got security or everything. Don't it make you wonder why they don't provide the same amount of security for themselves as they do their artists? Well, they artists as they do they self. Y'all know I be saying stuff backwards, but there you go. Don't it make you wonder why? Why in the world that you would pay somebody to be in your record label? Just say you give them $1 million, $2 million, whatever, to sign with your record label. That should be your investment that you protect. But this is not how it's going. They give them this money and they leave them out in the open. They're not giving them no kind of no knowledge of how to stay in the game. Okay? If you didn't been around since Bushwick Bill and all of these other people, then you should have so much knowledge to give these younger guys to make it out here. But for some reason, they're signing these guys and they're either going to jail or they're being taken out. That should be your main thing, is to protect your investment. But that's not what's going on. That's not what's going on. And another thing that I heard, they're saying that, like I told you, the little beef war is beefing up again. And they're saying that, it's going to be some hitting up going on between the two parties as far as background dancer. That people got it in for him. They're saying people really, really, really have it in for him. And they're saying that things are getting heated up again between him and Sexual Chocolate. But I still got to take y'all back to this question again. Do you think it's real? Because it's hard for me. I'm going to give y'all my personal opinion. It's hard for me to believe that there were plans made, not months, but years. They were planning, sitting back laughing, and you know how people talk, okay? You cannot tell me that word didn't get back to Sexual Chocolate, that what they were about to do to Mo3. You cannot tell me that people were not involved that are higher ups, that everybody look up to and everybody listen to in the game. And you can't tell me that they did not know what was about to take place with him. That's hard for me to believe. If you have a movie person that's posting 11/11 stuff, something about to happen. You got somebody doing this. You got Big Bird making plans to go to Mexico right when it happened. He didn't pack up his family and gone. All of a sudden, around the same time when Mo3 is taken out. You cannot tell me that these people, they didn't all know about it. The boxer, he went to Mexico too. Not only that, you have someone that out now admitted that Rainman said he set it up. That he act like it was something he was proud of. Now, you can't say you can't believe this man who said that he was in a car with him later on that day and he said he set it up. He wasn't, you could tell he was not sad. I've never seen him sad one time. Not one show of remorse or just sad about losing him. None. All he has been is smiles and acting goofy ever since Mo3 passed. You cannot sit here and tell me they did not know. The boxer, very popular. Very popular. Talks to everybody. Everybody kissing up to him like he's something special. The boxer. Background dancer. Got his foot on the street, to the streets. A lot of people in the streets, people talk. And not one person warned Mo3 about what they were planning. Not one. He had just came back in town and then went to Houston, did a show or something. Somebody tried to take him out in Houston. We know Big Bird was there. We know Sexual Chocolate was there. We know Prince of Darkness was there. His son was there. T.I. was there. We do know another thing. They did not tell Mo3. No, not one of the people that he was socializing with told him that Big Bird was going to be there. Ask yourself this question. That's just like my YouTube people invite me somewhere. And then I don't know, knows is coming. And I get there and he's there. That's some setup stuff to me in itself. Then we hear that they had hit up his car while he was in Houston. So they tried to take him out in Houston. After he left from there, is this when the Prince of Darkness followed him back to Dallas and tried to talk to him again? Or did he come to his house before he came to Houston? Gotta ask yourself this question too, because that's important. If Mo3 left Houston, went back to Dallas, and he got one more day. He got one more day to do whatever it is he got to do, because the next day he about to get taken out. Prince of Darkness followed him back from Houston to Dallas. If Mo3 got into it with Big Bird while he was in Houston, then was that last conversation that Prince of Darkness came to talk to Mo3 about at his house, was that about Big Bird? Mo3 said, is there something else that I can do? I'm a man. So when somebody say words like that, it make you think somebody proposition you. On some, what I'm talking about. That's what it sounds like. Somebody is propositioning you. Would he proposition Mo3 with people in the room with him? Because we hearing two different stories, y'all. We hearing a story saying that he came by himself that last visit. Which, if you proposition somebody and ain't nobody else in the room, then ain't nobody gonna know about it. Outside of Mo3 telling. Did he proposition him for himself? I mean, when I looked up his name, it did say that he has did sins against God. to the point where he will burn eternally. Did he proposition him for himself, or did he proposition him for someone else? That somebody else want to, hit that. Whoever it was, Mo3 still kept it respectful because he said, "Sir, I'm a man." This is what Mo3 said. "Sir, I'm a man." We're still stuck right here, y'all, because it's very important. And if people want to not be looked upon in a certain way, if they are innocent about something, then if you're going to get on here and do all of these interviews, why not address the elephant in the room and do the interview of all interviews and tell about your last visit with Mo3? But the thing of it is, now that we gotta ask, would they even be honest about it? That's a question now, because a lot of things is on people's minds right now. Okay, like I said, there are videos popping up now. At first, people were scared to talk about him, but videos are starting to pop up now, and people are starting to talk. So if he was to address the, I would still appreciate it if he addressed it. But if he did, can we take it as face value? Because it might be a lie in there now. Because people want to know now. I'm starting to believe maybe the first one was the right one. When Woody Woodpecker said that Mo3 said he came by there by himself, then maybe that one was the truth, because it lines up with what Mo3 says. "Sir, blah blah blah." But if you line it up with what somebody else is saying, they're saying that him, his son, somebody else came to Mo3 house to talk to him. So I don't see nobody propositioning somebody, and they got people in the room with them. So it might be clear to take that one off the table, because I don't see them doing that in front of them, unless it's just something y'all do, they do, and they'll laugh about it, like tell somebody to suck suck this in front of his boy or whatever, just to punk somebody. Other than that, I don't see you doing it in front of people, unless it's something that y'all just it's something you do to people when you want to just degrade somebody. I often go back to Honeycomb Breezy, and I often go back to NBA Youngboy, and I often go back to these two guys right here, NBA and Honeycomb. They seem like they just bout it, okay? They seem like probably some people that maybe we know from the hood, that maybe we didn't grow up around, that handles their business, about their business, this and that. Ain't about no bull crap or whatever. Ain't about nobody trying to punk them and this and that. So I'm starting to wonder now, for these two people to not have no likings with Prince of Darkness and his people, it's a lot more to him than meets the eye. And Mo3 was swimming around in a little circle with them. Okay? It make you wonder, was they even really trying to take Mo3 out when he was in Houston? Because I'm going to say this. If he controls Houston and you got him on your turf where you want him at, if they really, really wanted to take Mo3 out when he went to Houston, I think it would have been done there. But like I said, something stalled it to 11/11, and this is why I keep going back to this 11/11 thing. Okay, and another thing that we must do, we must figure out Lightning McQueen, the actor that's in the movie, one of the actors, him, and we got to see what connections he has with Sexual Chocolate. We have to see what connections that he has with Prince of Darkness. It means a lot because, like I said, it seems like this was a jab at Yo Gotti. It really do seem like a jab at him to take somebody that's about to sign with him out on pretty much a special date to him because he likes to release his albums on 11/11. And due to the fact that he was about to sign with him, it takes you right back to this little circle. We must find out what these movie people, their ties, and if anybody knows, please tell me, their ties to Sexual Chocolate, their ties to the Prince of Darkness. What's the connection? And there also is connection with this Dr. Rose guy. I'm going to say Dr. Rosemary. Okay? This Dr. Rosemary guy, he definitely has some ties in there too. He was hit up the very next day after Mo3 was taken out. Somebody came to his office and tried to take him out. People lied and say, oh, they did it because they were trying to rob him. I don't think they tried to rob him unless they was trying to rob him for his address book so that they can have, locations of the ops. Because he's doing everybody mouth. But everybody don't deal with him, as you can see. Because of Mo3 did not go to him to get his teeth done. And his teeth done. He went way somewhere else. And other people is going to this guy. And he's right in the city with them. So I do know he's tied with the people from the acting. From the movie. Some of the actors, the ones that was posting the 11/11 stuff. This doctor is tied to them. He was hit up. There's something with that too. Now I do know the guy is trying to be a rapper, but I don't think that's had anything to do with anything. Nothing his rapping skills had to do with him and Mo3. His ties with Mo3 and the people around Mo3 that helped set this up was deeper than that. And see, this is another thing that they're going to have to try to explain to us before they say, Devin did this because his girl, baby mama was messing with, Mo3. Well, how do you explain the doctor getting hit up the next day? How do you explain that? The same doctor that's either family or best friends to the actor that was in the movie with Mo3 that was posting all this 11/11 stuff. How do you explain it? Make that make sense and tie it in to Mr. Devin and Key1 because it don't tie in. They are the scapegoats. No, I don't care how you look at it. They are. Anyway, I am going to end this video. I had to show my face because I know y'all be worried about me. But like I told y'all, I'm trying to get this room together so I can make my little area more professional. So I'm moving things out of there now, and I'm ordering stuff so that I can, put my name tag up, my little name sign up, and all that stuff. So bear with me, y'all, okay? Bear with me. And I did see The Shy, so I am going to be doing, it was good too, y'all. It was good. So I'm going to be doing a preview on that tonight. So I'm going to do that. And it was something else I wanted to talk about. Oh, Queen. Miss Dean. I don't know if y'all heard about it, but she was in a car accident. She's okay. Thank God. She's fine. But I just wanted to send a special shout out to her because, somebody ran into her out of the blue, y'all. It's crazy out here. It could have been purposely. We don't know. But things is crazy. So y'all be careful. Be careful. Another thing that's going on, this virus is raging. Okay? They're trying to not scare people because they don't want things to go back into lockdown. But the more that they act nonchalant, that pretending like things aren't really going the way they're going, the more people is going to get it, okay? And I'm going to tell y'all this. People who has already taken the vaccine has also contracted it again, okay? They has contracted the COVID. So be careful. If you have taken it, the vaccine or not, still be careful. You still can catch it, okay? And please, y'all, stop letting people play Russian roulette with y'all and y'all kids and y'all family members, okay? Stop letting people tell y'all, put a mask on, take a mask off, do the this, do the that, okay? If you have underlying issues. If people that you are around have underlying issues. If you work with people that have underlying issues. If you get underlying issues in your family and you're going to visit them back and forth. Cover up. Okay? Even if they've been vaccinated or not. Cover up. It's spreading like crazy. And it's in every state. Okay? So please don't let people tell y'all, oh, you ain't got to worry about that. Oh, you do got to worry about it. Okay? They also talking about the schools again. They had the lady on news talking about, but the schools is going to be open. They fully going to be open no matter what. Okay? Those are y'all kids. Okay? And y'all know if y'all want to let y'all kids go to school and be in any danger or bring some danger home to y'all. So y'all know this more than anybody. Can't nobody tell y'all how to do this and do that. Y'all use your own mind and use your own, use what you need to use, okay, to decide what you need to decide, okay? And I know the kids is falling behind in school and all kind of stuff, okay? They're not learning like they was. And it's not even about, we had a problem with one of the teachers, okay? My little sister had a problem with one of her teachers, and they tried to blame her, not, at first. They was trying to blame it on, the learning at home instead of learning at school. Is this why, she's a little bit behind? Because one of my little sisters, she's doing really, really well. The other little sister, she had a teacher that wasn't really teaching them. Okay, and you can't learn nothing if you're, if you are pushing these kids through, okay, to the point that they ain't learned the last thing you just try to teach them, and you go to something else really, really fast, and then you go to something else really, really fast. This is one of the teachers that, one of my little sisters had, and she wasn't catching on to the stuff. And I don't see how you in kindergarten and they trying to make you do almost timetables, okay? So it depends on the teachers too. Because my other little sister, her teacher was on point. Like, she had them kids singing and learning and learning and learning. And they wasn't even going to school. They was going to school through, the computers at home. And those kids was learning like crazy. Okay? So, yes, I do understand. It's not just learning from home. It got to do with the teachers too. If you got a good teacher, you got a good teacher. She gonna be a good teacher if she's teaching you, through the computer, or if she's teaching you at the school. She's gonna be a good teacher. So sometimes you get bad apples that don't know what they doing. Okay, so I do know. Yes, sometimes, and during this particular time, a lot of kids is, they dumbing down a lot of minorities. I'm gonna just put it out there like that, because a lot of people that has money, when the schools were out, they could pay for tutors. They could, even pay for private school stuff. And their kids were still learning. But now, it's a lot of minorities out here that they can't afford tutors. And they can't afford, a lot of things. And it's affecting our kids. It really is. It's affecting the minorities and stuff, and it's a sad thing. And the only thing that I can tell you all is, just because you want the kids out the house and you tired of it, or you got to go to work and you got to do something, don't put your life in danger. Okay? Take things as slow as you have to. Make plans. You have to take some extra time out when school started back to teach your kids. Even when school ain't, you have to take some time out and, teach them, because they are going to be behind if you don't. You have to. So you have to stop doing all of this partying and all the stuff y'all want to do and hanging out or whatever y'all doing. And you got to make some time for your kids to teach them, or they're going to be behind. They are definitely going to be behind. And it's some that's, they doing really, really good. It's some that's doing good. Okay? But it's they learning all the necessary things that they need to learn too. So it's a matter of taking things in your own hand. Because I know it's a lot of people that's overwhelmed right now with the school stuff. And it is overwhelming, trying to keep up with your work, trying to keep up with, work around the house. You working, trying to pay your bills, trying to have some alone time for your own self so you can keep your sanity. And then you got to turn around and do the teacher's jobs too. Okay, it's a lot. A whole lot. And just take some time and brace yourself for it, because you just might be going through it some more, because school might not start back. And if it do start back and the kids start going to school, it just might be closing down right away again, because everybody under 12 is not taking the vaccine. So those are going to be the main carriers right now. And they're trying to figure out a way to, if they get the kids vaccinated, then they don't have to keep testing them. See, they're trying to be slick. If they vaccinate them, you still can catch it if you do get vaccinated. But the thing of it is, now they are trying to come up with a plan now that they do not have to do regular checks. See, if they don't have to do regular checks when school start back, then every day your kid could be going to school and be around somebody with it, and you not know about it. So peep the game, y'all. Okay? Peep the game. Anyway, please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank y'all so much. Thank you so much for your support. And peace. Okay? Be safe, y'all.